Hello, happy Monday evening. I hope that you're able to join me tonight. I know that tonight is a big football night. Didn't think about that when I planned my 8 o'clock meeting or 8 o'clock live tonight. So I'm just going to take a second to make sure that we are live in all of my areas here. So just as a reminder, I am streaming live tonight from my Facebook group, Finance, Tax, and Bookkeeping Tips for Thriving Entrepreneurs. And I am streaming live tonight through my Facebook group or Facebook page, Calculated Profits. And I am also live on YouTube. So if you are new, reminder that you need to give StreamYard permission so that I can see who you are. And if you're here with me tonight, instead of watching the football game that starts at the same time, if you just link below or just say, hey, how are you? Whatever you want to say below. So I know that you're here. That'd be great because I see that there's plenty of people on, but I don't know who's here. So if you'll just drop an emoji, tell me how your Monday's going, or say, hey, that would be awesome. All right. So I'm just going to dive in a little bit tonight. And several of you have reached out to me to say, hey, it's 2021, but I never really did anything for 2020. What do I do? I mean, you're behind. So I thought that I would do a live tonight to kind of give you guys a list of things that I need you to get done between now and the time that you turn over your work to your tax preparer, accountant, whoever it is that does your tax return. So a few things. First of all, you need to close out 2020. What does that mean? Well, for those of you who have not done any work in 2020, I need you to pull out all of your bank statements, January through December. If you don't have them, go online to your online banking or call your bank and get a printout of those. Now, if you're a check writer, make sure that your bank is giving you images of checks if you do not keep a check register. And that way you can categorize these checks. So categorize your expenses and your income. That's going to be the very first thing that I need you to do. And if you have a subscription to QBO, QuickBooks Online, that's great. That is probably my absolute favorite paid platform. If you do not have a subscription to QBO and you say, you know what, I'm not paying that money every month. I think it's roughly $45 a month now. I'm not really sure. You can always download my free calculated tax planner, and that is going to give you a breakdown of your income and your expenses for the year. Now, it doesn't have all the fancy bells and whistles that QBO does, and you can run all these reports, but it will give you everything that you need for an accurate tax return when you go to file. So, hey, I see a bunch of you on. Hey, guys, thanks for telling StreamYard who you are. So download that calculated tax planner. I actually had someone reach out to me. I believe it was, let me see, what is today? Today's Monday. So she reached out to me Wednesday of last week. We had a discovery call, and she was one of those who said, you know, I usually just give everything to my tax preparer at the end of the year. It's receipts, it's bank statements, it's whatever, and they just go through it and they figure it out. Guys, that's not the way that you should be doing your work. You should be doing this on at least a quarterly basis so that you can make educated, calculated decisions for your business. So she downloaded the calculated tax planner, and within a few hours, she had all of 2020 categorized. She actually sent it to me today, went through it. She said it was so simple, and it made her feel good that she took ownership of something. And, you know, she's like, she's actually in the creative market. So numbers mean nothing to her, but she was able to grasp her numbers. Finally, she's like, wow, I'm actually spending, this amount of money in this category every month. And this is some places that I could actually cut expenses. And guys, if you're not doing this on a regular, you don't know where to cut expenses. A year later is too late. You think of all the money that's went down the drain. Okay. And I don't know if you're anything like me, but I count my dollars and I want to know where they go. Okay. So post those transactions, categorize those transactions. Also, make sure if you're using QBO, if you're using my system, it's automatically going to do this anyway. Okay. But if you're using QBO and you're importing those transactions and you're categorizing, you still need to reconcile your bank statements every month. Okay. It's not okay just to use live feed. You have got to reconcile your bank statements. You would be surprised the errors that I have seen in your bank. Okay, so make sure you're reconciling. And then I want you guys to start keeping up with receipts. I'm not going to ask for a show of hands because I don't want you to embarrass yourself. But a lot of you are just throwing receipts in a shoebox or a paper bag or a plastic bag, a trash bag, and then you're digging through them at the end of the year. Okay, a lot of those receipts you can't even read at the end of the year because of the type of film that they're written on. And so scan your receipts, super easy. Most of us now use an iPhone. Well, there's a cool feature on your iPhone, guys. It's called Notes. And if you click at the top, it will show you that you can scan a receipt. So you literally just hold the phone up, do the little scan, screenshot type deal. Most of us are using Google, right? So have a folder on your Google Drive and you just import those straight to your Google Drive. Done. You're done. Throw it away. It's done then, okay? Don't throw it away. Just put it up in a folder. Excuse me. Don't throw it away. So scan those receipts. It's important. You have to have receipts as a backup. If you are audited, a QBO spreadsheet, my spreadsheet, doodling on a piece of paper is not going to cover you. You have to have receipts in order to prove your deductions. Okay, you do not have to provide them to your tax preparer, but you do have to have them in case of an audit. Okay, so receipts. The next thing that you need to do is keep up with your mileage. Well, it's too late to make a mileage log for 2020, but it's not too late to get started on the right foot for 2021. So what do you need? You need your odometer reading as of January 1st of 2021. If you didn't take it, go out to your car right now, whatever vehicle you're using for business, write down that odometer reading. How about you take a picture of it and send it to that Google Drive I was just telling you about? Then you have it. You don't have to worry about it next year. And then as you guys are making business trips, again, record those things. Maybe make you a spreadsheet. Actually, if it'll help you, I'll make you a spreadsheet. Tell me if you need that. If you need a mileage log spreadsheet, post it right here. I need a mileage log spreadsheet. Okay. And I'll make you one. I don't have a problem with that because guys, I want you successful. I don't want you paying Uncle Sam another penny that you should not be paying him. I'm all about paying the right amount. Yes, fair share, but not any more than your fair share. Okay. So drop it down if you need a mileage log template. I'll send you one. Okay, I'm looking at my comments. So I see a few hays. Let's see. Amanda says, where do I get this? Amanda, I'm assuming that you are talking about the calculated tax planner. If you are in my group or either in the calculated profits Facebook page, then there's a link in that page. So, but I will send it to you. I'll actually, I'll direct message you the link and you can download. It's a free download. Someone says, I need a mileage log spreadsheet, but I don't know who you are. So if you'll give StreamYard permission or do another message and say, hey, and put your name, I need a mileage log. And then someone else said, hello, hey, but I don't know who you are. You got to give StreamYard permission. So if you'll do that, that'd be great. And say hello again. And then Patsy says, how about volunteer work driving? Same thing. So mileage for volunteer work, that's considered a contribution. So keep up with those miles. You need your beginning odometer reading, plus every time that you do some volunteer work. And guys, it's not just, I did I drove 5 miles on January the 11th. Well, where did you go? Why did you go there? Hey, Miss Amy, how are you? So those are the things that you need to keep up with, guys. Okay. And I'm telling you this because I want you to be prepared in case of an audit. The odds are low, but I always like to err on the side of caution, right? All right, so I'm going to move along. If you have any more questions, drop them here. And if I'm not seeing all of your questions, and I have seen that a few times, then I will definitely get back with you on your comments, okay? All right, so year end. So we talked about posting your transaction, reconciling your bank statements, making those year-end journal entries if you're doing it yourself. Well, what is that? Well, you got to record depreciation, amortization, those types of things into your books. Scan your receipts, put them into a Google Drive, and your mileage, and then downloading the calculated tax planner, okay? Hey, Raquel, not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but hello, how are you? All right, so we're going to get in now into some due dates that are coming up this month in January. So you have a few. January is a pretty busy month with deadlines, and the reason for that is because it's a quarterly tax month. So any employers who are listening tonight or watching the replay, and if you are watching replay, please hashtag replay for me. You got a few deadlines coming up. So one is going to be the 15th. So 4 days from now, your payroll taxes are due. So when you are an employer and you deduct taxes out of your employees' paychecks, you have to pay those in on a monthly and quarterly basis. Well, this month is a quarterly month, so you have a few more to pay than normal, but those are due on the 15th of the month. Okay. Also, if you are an employer with payroll, you have a few other ones coming up. So your quarterly reports that are typically due on the last day of the month, which is the 31st. The 31st happens to fall on a Sunday, so they're going to give you till Monday. So Monday, February 1st, your payroll tax reports are due. The taxes are due the 15th. And then also your W-2s are due to your employees by February the 1st. Typically, again, it's January 31st, but since it falls on a weekend, they give you that extra day or to a business day. Okay, so back to W-2s, and I'm going to readjust here because my foot's asleep. Back to W-2. So what does that mean when I say they're due to your employees by February 1st? That means you have to have them mailed to them or hand delivered or processed in whatever way by February 1st. They don't have to have received them by February 1st, but you have to get them out of your hands and in the process of going to them by February 1st. All right. So that's for employees, employers. Also on the 15th, this is for everyone. If you pay estimated tax payments, and guys, if you're self-employed and you are making a profit, you are responsible for making estimated tax payments. They're not an option. Some people will tell you, oh, it's your option if you want to pay them all at one time or if you want to break it up. It's not an option. If you're not making estimated tax payments, then you're paying a penalty for not doing this on a quarterly basis. Okay? Those are due January 15th. If you have any questions about those, send me a message and I can help you with that. Okay? Also, if you have anyone who you have paid in your business or your farm, or if you have a real estate, if you have, rental income, and you have paid someone to do any work for you that is not on payroll, that is not incorporated, INC incorporated, that you have paid $600 or more, you are responsible to give them a 1099 at the end of the year. Again, these are not optional. You must provide them with a 1099. Okay, if you don't, you could be penalized. There is a new form this year. So if you're one who is a DIYer and you like to do things yourself, You got to get the new forms. No longer the 1099 miscellaneous. You now have to use a 1099 NEC. NEC, okay? Those forms must be filed by February the 1st as well. Looking at my deadline here, I want to make sure I got everything. So we talked about payroll taxes, estimated payments. Both of those are due January the 15th. W-2s, quarterly reports, and 1099s are due February the 1st. Any questions? I'm scrolling here. I don't see any questions. Anybody have any questions on any deadlines for January? And I threw you February in there too, since it's technically a January deadline. Okay. No questions? All right. Well, then I'm going to keep rolling. All right. So the last thing I want to talk about tonight is stimulus and PPP updates. So for the stimulus, most, and I say most, of those have already been issued. So I've seen lots of direct deposits. I have seen some that have come in the mail. Some people have reached out to me and said they have gotten those as well. I've also gotten a lot of people who've reached out to me that says, you know, I got the first one, but I didn't get the second one. Okay, there's a couple of options or a couple of reasons that could be. Number one, maybe you changed your direct deposit information. Okay, so you got the first one and then you changed your bank information. Maybe you opened up a new checking account, closed that one. The IRS doesn't know that. So they send it to the old one and then it just gets bounced back. Okay, that's number one. Number two option could be that your income changed. Remember, the income situation is a little different for this one. So maybe your income was too high and you're over the limit. Okay, that's a possibility. The other possibility could be simply that you just pulled the bad luck card. I hate to put it that way. But I'm seeing a lot of that they just didn't go out like they should. But remember, it doesn't mean that you lost out on the money. It just means that when you go to file your taxes, if you did not get the money this time, you will get it when you file your income taxes. So you're not missing out. You still will get it. You're just going to have to wait a little longer for it. Okay. So if you have any questions about the stimulus, if you will post that, that would be awesome as well. All right. Business owners about the PPP. And when I say business owners, I mean, guys, if you file a Schedule C on your tax return, and I see a lot of you on here, I know that you do, or maybe you have a partnership, or maybe you have an S Corp or a C Corp, you can still get the PPP, the Paycheck Protection Program. Okay. So I did a live on this last Monday. I went in huge depth on this. And there's lots of information in my group, but guys, this is rolling out this week. Okay. The major banks should probably be rolling this out on Wednesday. So you need to be ready. Don't call me next week or the week after and say, oh, I missed the boat because I wasn't ready. Guys, you got to get ready. Get your Schedule C out. Look at the bottom line for 2019. Did it show a profit? That means there's a positive number down there, okay, not in brackets. If there's a positive number there and you filed a Schedule C, whether you had employees or not, it doesn't matter. You are entitled to a PPP, okay, Paycheck Protection Program loan. This actually will be forgivable, okay? So you need to look at that. Pull it out right now. If you don't have it in your client of mine, get on the client portal tonight. Download your Schedule C and find out what's going on. If you had employees, you're also entitled to the Paycheck Protection Program. Okay? And that's money, guys. That's money out there that can help you to get through this hurdle right now. I know a lot of you are hurting. COVID has messed up a lot of businesses, whether it was a side hustle, whether it was your main source of income, you're still entitled to this. you're still eligible, not entitled, excuse me, eligible for this money. So any questions? I'm not going to keep you any longer tonight. I'm right at 20 minutes. I know a lot of you want to go watch a football game. I'm surprised that I haven't heard any hooping and hollering from my living room in there yet. Any questions about anything before I hop off? I'm looking. Anybody? Hi, Julie. I see that you're online. I see a couple of people that I'm not sure who they are. All right, guys. Well, I hope you have a great Monday. I will post the link to the calculated tax planner to this live. So once it processes, it'll actually post to the group, and I'll go ahead and post the link to that. All you have to do is click the link. It's going to ask you for your name and your email address. You're going to put that information in, and you're going to get an email. And that email is going to say, hey, download the planner. You click a button, boom, there's your planner. Okay, that's all you got to do. Also in the planner, there is a tutorial, a video tutorial. So it will show you how to use it step by step by step. Don't skip the steps. Follow it to the T. All right, guys. Well, it was great being with you again tonight. And I look forward to talking with you next Monday. Have a great week. Bye.